PT Pundimas Bahagia that located in Atambua, Belu Regency, East Nusa Tenggara Province, Indonesia, is one of the business entities engaged in constructions and wood processing services. Which in achieving its goals, PT Pundimas Bahagia requires a lot of human resources. And also in running it, PT Pundimas Bahagia often experiences employee motivational problems. Okay, now I want to tell you about the problem in PT Pundimas Bahagia. But before that, we have to know that employees will carry out their duties better if the motivation given can trigger employee morale. And motivated employees will last longer because they get recognition for their good work, a feeling that they are valued and involved in the operations of the business entity. But in fact, PT Pundimas Bahagia cannot motivate its employees well, so that employees often do not get a sense of satisfaction from their work. According to the results of the Accenture survey, the main reasons respondents are dissatisfied with their jobs include inadequate compensations, 47% for women and 45% for men, lack of opportunities for growth, 36% compared to 32%, lack of development opportunities career, 32% versus 34%, and feeling trapped, 29% versus 32%. Due to the lack of support from the business entity itself, this is what drives the emergence of employees' motivational problems.
First one is the presence of attendance, to see the attendance and punctuality of employees. Second, the existence of decision-making that is entirely carried out by the President Director and also the provisions of reward to employees. According to the President Director, the employees are diligent in their work. And the third is work safety and security are prioritized, so that PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua provides social and labor insurance or jam sostek to employees, so that employees feel that their security and safety at work is guaranteed by PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua. In addition, there are regulations that must be obeyed by all employees regarding the storage of dangerous equipment, because if the equipment is stored incorrectly, it will endanger the safety and security of all employees. The answer is no, because of the lack of motivation given by PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua to its employees, so that they often experience obstacles in carrying out management control system for their employees. This obstacle is due to problems that occur in their employees. Problems that are often experienced by employees of PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua, such as the inability of employees to complete their duties and responsibilities, or not having sufficient motivation to work. In addition, the provision of rewards that are not in accordance with the work of employees and the absence of determining employees' work targets and punishment given are not firm, so that the employees often repeat the same mistakes.
One type of control that can be applied by PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua to overcome employee motivational problem is action control. Action control elements such as behavior constraint provide boundaries to employees. One form of behavior constraint is physical constraint. This control provides behavioral boundaries that are useful for minimizing employees to take action that shall not be taken, especially for employees who often do not obey the rules and policies made by PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua. This limitation, including using fingerprint to make employees more disciplined, limiting employee action in storing dangerous work equipment because it can be interfered with work security and safety, and the existence of accountability action in the form of communication about policies and regulation to employees shall be carried out regularly, so that employees consider the policies and regulations that exist at PT Pundimas Bahagia in Atambua are important things to be obeyed and implemented. Action review in a formal form and action accountability where employee work targets are met, employee performance evaluation reward and punishment based on the result of employee performance evaluation will make the fulfillment of the satisfier factor. The existence of friction review in the form of informal and accountability actions such as communication directly and being reminded of the procedure of carrying out tasks clearly to new employees and temporary employees so that the new employees and employees do not continue to work in accordance with the goals decided by PT Punimas Bahagia in Ansam 2 so that appropriate action can be taken. Carried out by new employees and non-permanent employees does not harm PT Punimas Bahagia in Ansam 2.
The HJT company is a business entity engaged in services, namely public transportation services, and is located at Jalan Batu Cermin number 23, North Sembaja Subdistrict, East Kalimantan. This company was founded in 1998 under the name UD by owning 2 trucks. Then, in 2006, the business entity was established as CV in 2002 and also experienced very rapid development process in 2013, turning into a limited liability company and getting more advanced with existing technology. This business entity owned by sole proprietorship led by 1 director and 1 manager. This business entity provides services in the form of rental truck for public transportation services. The users of this truck is company that provide explosive for coal mines, fertilizer for oil palm plantation, and health contractor, companies to send cement, iron, pipes, and other building materials needed at the project site. This business entity has supplier for spare parts supplies to assist mechanics in repairing damaged truck. Not only as a truck service provider, but this business entity also provides land rental services for other truck storage for its customer. The management control has become an important way of researching organizational behavior. The management control system function is to align individual interests with interests of the organization as a whole in order to create a collective effort that involves every potential human resource in the organization so as to be achieve organizational synergies that enable organizational goals to be achieved effectively. So what's the problem? The HJT company on motivational problem is still lacking in their employees, so it needs to be improved with some such Liang philosophies so that their leader can motivate their employees to be enabled to compete with other business entities.
Okay, the policy applied is that the selection and placement is informal and not based on certain competencies or standards, so that PTHGT tends to accept prospective employees who were previously known by Mr. X as director and Mr. Y as manager, and assign them randomly to fill vacant position. However, this is considered not to be a problem because the work given is easy to learn and do by all employees without requiring special skills. And the training implemented in PTHGT is carried out informally. There is no specific time for training. At the beginning of being accepted as an employee, new employees will be trained according to the field of work. It is the manager who trains the new employee, and if the director is present, it is not uncommon for the director to also train directly. Sometimes there is training due to improve the quality of the human resource of the business entity. This can happen because the nature of kinship and cooperation is highly valued. Lack of adequate training can cause employees' motivation to further sharpen themselves to be reduced and tend to work as they are. Not yet effective, because in this example, the training was only carried out at the beginning of work. There was no special training schedule to increase work motivation.
The advantage of the application of the company. First is employees become more understanding of what is done because the educational background support increasing understanding. Second is employees better understand effective and efficient way in the using truck engines. especially for mechanical employees. No more employees are lazy to meet the target of service delivery because if they have completed their work, they can relax. In addition, the quantity of work is also in accordance with the ability so that employees do not become reluctant to give their best. Next is employees who often hear the Apple direction before the carrying out work activities will be more recalled by the regulation made by the business entities. Next is employees will further increase the potential in themselves and they can be transmitted to other employees. The weakness. What is the weakness? First is admin employees become not too familiar with the consumer. Second is employees become better work if the spare part storage and the workplace employees are separated. Next is problem and solution. What is the problem and solution faced by the company? First is selection and placement. Employees are carried out informally and based on the acquiescence of the director and manager. The solution is selection and placement is based on criteria and employee performance standard. Next problem is training only at the beginning of work. There is no special training schedule to increase work. What is the solution? The solution is formal training is held every 1 month. Both the technical operational, mechanical machinery, and moral education for the driver. Next problem is job design. There are many shipping services. What is the solution? The solution is job design is focused on doing one job, does not help other work. One employee only do one job, does not work on the other job. Next problem is submission of policies and value of business entities delivered informally. The solution is planting the cultural value of the business entity is done verbally by providing direction and procedure for working when apples awarding to increase employee motivation. What is the solution? The solution is awarding to individuals become more motivated because the work is valued. In addition, it does not only measure the material but also moral. Next problem is employee rotation is only in the operational division. What is the solution? The solution is rotation should be carried out on all divisions, especially the admin division because it deals with the cash receipt from customer and the account receivable business entities. The last problem is the physical arrangement in the PT HTJ is less organized for adhering the value of the Feng Shui. What is the solution? The solution is the physical arrangement of the business. Thank you.
Okay, training provided by PT HJT is better carried out at least once a month and scheduled for special time because although the work is considered easy to do, employees will be better trained if they continue to be honed. Training aims to increase employee knowledge, not only training related to work, but also training on planting cultural values applied in PT HJT. In addition, with training, employees become more effective and efficient in working. So that with educate training, employee motivation increase so that there is no lazy to learn more. It has been proven in some companies and as a result employees become more competent.